Okay, here we go with part four of the book two, Signs and Coincidences from God. And this is actually the beginning of the most interesting part of the story because this is where it all started. This is where I all started realizing what was going on. The twos came back, the coincidences came back, and they started ramping up. Simple, fun things started ramping up, and then later on, and it might be in part five, they start getting really good. And I'll tell you this as a teaser, but God actually spoke to me twice while I was at the Moondance Jam. Twice. Like once was like a download, like an overwhelming thought inside of my head, like whoa. And I guess the other one was also like a command in my head, and it wasn't like I heard it outside. It was like in me. So yeah, and wait till you see what happens. I mean, just wow. So let's go ahead and we're gonna start this out. My journal started like this. On the second day of the Moondance Jam, my dad gave me this journal. It was July 10th, 2003. Let me describe the current scene. There are six of us right now sitting under the canopy at our campsite, keeping dry from the rain, and next to us is a slow oak burning fire that is burning in the portable fire ring. We are thankful and we are having a few peaceful conversations. There are two separate conversations going on right now while I am writing this. This is not a coincidence. For about the last 3 months since the second Sunday after Easter, I have been receiving and tuned into signs of two that I believe are coming directly from God. I wrote the above first paragraph in my journal and handed it to my uncle to read. Everyone around me knew that I was starting to write this book, and they were curious. My uncle read the paragraph to himself and then told me, "Did you know that today was also a 2?" I questioned him as to why he knew this, and he took one of my business cards and wrote on the back of it. While writing, he said, "Today is July 10th. That is the seventh month, and this is the 10th day in this month. Added together, that equals 17. Now add 3 for the year '03, and that totals 20. In the number 20, you add 2 plus 0, and you reduce today's date down to a 2. How interesting," I thought. I will write that down. Not that I believe in any numerology stuff, but it was interesting. So I took the journal back from him and wrote down exactly what he had said about today's date being a 2, because this is what this book is all about. The twos have been coming to me today like crazy. It is getting more and more frequent. My dad and uncle are two of the six people sitting here, along with three other friends: Amy, Melissa, and Holly's sister. I say Holly's sister because I don't remember her name right now. I was introduced to her earlier. I did remember her that her husband was cutting wood today, and she also said that she was Holly's younger sister. But I do not remember her name. I guess it will take me two introductions to remember it. I will make a point of asking Holly again as to what her sister's name is. Today is the second day of the jam, and it is raining for the second day in a row. It is the second jam that my uncle has attended. It is also the second jam that our friend Melissa's mom has attended. Melissa's mom's name is Judy. Amy is camping with them. Amy married Melissa's dad and would be considered Melissa's stepmom. So Melissa is here with two former wives of her dad. That's just, you can't even make that up. That is just, wow. Kurt, Joey, and Sean are under the canopy right now with us. We have quite a crowd in here keeping dry. Suddenly, a shout of joy was heard by all as the blue sky was appearing. A little while later, Amy and Melissa just came to the campsite and were very happy. They had just listened to the Corey Stevens concert, and a friend of mine, Richard, who also takes photographs at the Jam, gave them two backstage meet and greet passes. They went backstage and both of them had Corey Stevens autograph them. Pretty cool, huh? My Uncle George and I just got back from watching the Fabulous Thunderbirds. It was a really good show. We started out watching the show from about 20 rows back from the main stage. Out in front of the stage area is a place to stand, and if you wait patiently and slowly look for openings, you can advance forward towards the stage. Sometimes you can get way up front and really close. Sometimes you can't. It depends on the band that is playing and how many fans they have wanting to get a closer look. There are times when there is some pushing and shoving going on, and to those people who do that, it seems they have no consideration. It's all about them, but it is not that often, and there are only a few people that do this. I like just waiting, and soon enough someone will leave and you can move forward. As my uncle and I advanced row by row, moving closer throughout the show, some beach balls were tossed out into the crowd. People love to bounce them around in the crowd. It's fun to see them. There were about three of them at the time, as I was in about the fourth row now. A very large beach ball, about 4 feet across in diameter, bounced off my head. I was watching the band and was not paying attention to the balls at the time. When someone hits them forward from the back rows, you can't really see them coming, but it certainly does not hurt or anything if one bumps your head. The balls are very light. Usually, this would never happen because the many people around you will hit the beach balls back up into the air with their arms extended toward the sky. The beach balls would never make it down to the head level, and unless they were hit out of the area where people were standing, they would never even hit the ground. A few minutes after that, we were able to move up to the third row. And when we did that, I saw the shadow of the beach ball while looking up towards the stage, still getting bounced around behind me. I just knew that for some reason, as odd and unlikely as it seemed, that the beach ball was going to hit me on the head again. I watched the shadow of the ball. Someone really hit it way up high and from way in the back, and I saw the shadow of it coming down. I closed my eyes. I did not turn around, and it bounced off of my head. My uncle said to me, "Did that just hit you?" I said, "Yeah," with a big grin on my face. It was the second time. And he said, "You sure are keeping track of this." I just smiled and continued to listen to the Fabulous Thunderbirds. Now, this just seems like a silly, easy little thing, but you don't understand. We're all crowded and packed into this crowd of people. This beach ball, any beach ball, whether a little beach ball or a big beach ball, isn't going to hit the ground. There's too many people. It's going to hit heads, but it won't hit heads because people are hitting it up with their hands. The fact that this 4 foot beach ball hit me in the head twice, it's, it was so silly and so fun. But the odds of it, I mean, there's a sea of people. And this 4 foot beach ball hit me twice. I mean, just, I don't know. You'd have to think about the odds. I mean, I don't think it hit anybody else in the head at all once. You know what I mean? If maybe one other person got hit in the head once. Me, I got hit with the 4 foot beach ball twice. Just crazy. All right, I looked over to my right a little bit and I saw a guy up in the first row wearing a unique hat. He was he was leaning right on the fence. So he's row one leaning on the fence watching the show. As close as you could get to the band. His hat caught my attention. It was red, white, and blue. USA flag colored hat. It was in the shape of a hand. So he's got this hat in the shape of a hand, and the hand is shaped and resembles someone who would be making a peace sign with the two fingers, holding up their fingers. Um, so here's this guy wearing this hat, with the two. Okay, I mean, I'm like, look at that hat. Craziest. I don't think I've ever seen a hat like that before in my life. Here's this guy. So I'm kind of drawn to him. I started working my way slowly over towards him. Instead of going straight, row by row by row, I'm kind of now angling over to kind of get closer to him because I don't know, I was drawn to him. I was compelled to talk to him. Slowly, I got closer. My uncle followed me. Within about 5 minutes of slowly moving that way, I was now in the second row behind him. I tapped him on the shoulder and I said, "Nice hat." He said, "Thanks." I said, "Hey, my name is Mike. What's yours?" He said laughingly, "My name is Mike too." I said, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Are you enjoying the show? Oh yeah, having a great time, I said. He then said that he had been standing there all day to be able to have that good of a spot. And I weaved my way in and out. Eventually got up there in like, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. So there I am in row two right behind this guy. Um, ah, the rain had recently passed over us and was now to the east behind the stage off in the distance. A rainbow came out. Excuse me. A rainbow came out and its arch of colors was cast behind the stage off in the distance to the east. This was not a normal rainbow. It was a double rainbow consisting of two arches. Those are rare. I couldn't help thinking about how these instances of two were starting to happen more often, and seeing the sign of peace on the head of another Mike was really cool. One of the very first things that I prayed for as a new Christian was for peace in the world. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but it's something I prayed for. The double rainbow was definitely cool. My dad took a picture of it with our friend Tom in the foreground. He showed up to the jam this year with his beard very long, and I made a comment about how he looked like Moses. So this picture my dad has looks like Moses with two rainbows arching over him. It's kind of cool looking if you ask me. During the rest of the Fabulous Thunderbirds show, I saw two guitar players play the same guitar at the same time. And I saw the lead guitar player kick two beach balls off the stage. They sometimes get hit all the way up there, and usually the band members want to play along too. Do these kinds of twos mean anything significant, i.e., the guitar players and beach balls? Question mark. Probably not. But I was looking for all occurrences because I did not know later what would add up to something or not add up to something. So if you can imagine, I'm just going through everything, and if something happens twice and consecutively, You know, you see a guy play a guitar. You ever see two guys play the same guitar? I mean, they're reaching their hands over each other and playing it. I've never seen that before in my life. Have you ever seen anyone play a guitar? Two people play the same guitar? I haven't. Tell me that's rare. I mean, I've been to lots of concerts. I've never seen two guys play the same guitar. I've seen a guy play a guitar with two necks. I've seen that before. Never two guys. Double rainbows, they're rare. I mean, they're rare. The guy with the peace sign, though, his name had to be Mike. That was weird. So anyway, I don't know. Like I say, I'm writing down everything because I don't know what's gonna add up. What something might mean something later, you know. And you'll see here in a little bit how this just gets really weird. Um, I'll keep going here. After the Fabulous Thunderbird show ended, they said that they were going to sign autographs over at the merchandise tent. So my uncle and I headed that way. I went over to the tent and I saw that they had 8 by 10 photos there that you could buy and then have the band members sign it. I only brought $12 with me to the jam, so I gave the guy a $10 bill for the purchase of the photo, and he did not have a $5 bill to give me for change, so my uncle paid him the $5 for me. I then had the 5 members of the band sign that photo, but there were only 4 of the band members at the tent. After the 4th band member or member of the band signed the photo, I was waiting to see if the 5th band member would come out so I could complete the photo with all 5 signatures. My uncle then said to me, "You know what? You should get these guys to sign your Moondance Jam jean jacket." I thought, hey, that's a great idea. So I had the guys sign my jean jacket. It was an embroidered jean jacket that I had purchased when I was at my very first jam. It was my most prized jam collectible. During the signing of the jean jacket, one of the band members left. So I was only able to get 3 out of the 5 band members to sign the jacket and only 4 of the band members to sign the 8 by 10 photo. At that moment, I had an idea pop into my head to go backstage to see if I could find the other band members and complete the set. I had received a backstage pass from the Mountain Ash band members who ran the main stage acts. And they also coordinate many of the things that go on behind the scenes to make the show happen. I helped them set up their website, and they have given me tickets and backstage passes for doing that. I also take many photos while I am at the jam and promote the event as well as the local bands that perform there. I went backstage and I was able to find the guy who never showed up out of the merchandise tent. I also found the guy that left early. So I was now in possession of 2 sets of autographs that no one else at the jam was able to have gotten because of the one band member never showing up at the tent. All the other jammers would have only gotten 4 of the 5 autographs. I had 2 complete sets. 1 set of 5 on the jean jacket and 1 set of 5 on the photo. Even though I had a backstage pass, it is really only good to gain me access to the side stage area. But during the early shows, I can usually go backstage. It's during the late shows and the big name acts that security gets a little tighter. While I was just looking around, I saw that in the photographer's pit area was my friend Richard, who takes photos at the jam. He was the one who gave Melissa and Amy those 2 meet and greet passes, and as I caught his attention and waved hi to him, he lifted up his hand and gave me the peace sign. Those 2 fingers forming the peace sign just as I had seen earlier on Mike's hat. Why did he choose to greet me this way right then and there, rather than just waving hi like I waved to him? You know, I mean, hey, how you doing? Well, why didn't he just wave hi back? No, he he gives me the peace sign. So it's like the twos. I walked back to the campsite and I showed everyone my can coolers. Um, I don't even know what that means. I don't. I must have gotten some cool can coolers. Raz just stopped by. He wanted to emphasize that his name is Raz with two Z's. Why did he want to tell me Raz with two Z's? He is the guitarist from Teabag Jerry, a local Minnesota band. He also wrote and sang a very cool song about the Moondance Jam called Moondancin'. In that song, he happens to mention both websites in which I am a part of with my partners Steve and Scott. The last verse of Moondancin' goes like this. We're going to have fun, and now we're Minnesota bound. So tohavefun.com and minnesotabound.com are two of the websites I was involved with. Steve pretty much owned To Have Fun. He sold that now. I still own Minnesota Bound. Um, so Raz just recently told us that one of the band members from Teabag Jerry had decided that he didn't want to play in the band anymore. So Teabag Jerry would not be performing at this year's jam. He was very bummed about it. He said that he is going to have a new band called the Minnesota Whiskey Pigs, again with two Z's. I wish him all the best and hope to listen to his band next year. We all stared up into the night sky from where our campsite is. God was putting on a Northern Lights show up in the northern horizon of the sky. It is very neat to see the illuminated gases dance in the atmosphere. It doesn't happen that often, but it happens more often in the middle of winter. This was the middle of summer. We watched them for a time, and as they dissipated and went away, my uncle said that they won't come back anymore tonight, so we may as well just sit down. I thought to myself, but this is no ordinary night, and in my heart I knew we would see them again. It was also the second time I had watched the Northern Lights with my uncle. It is later in the evening now, about 3 a.m. This is the time of the night that I like, when all of us are sitting around the fire and talking. Since everyone is all done running around and doing their thing and finished watching the music, it is late and quiet and peaceful. Chad and Jessica stopped over, and they are a real treat for us. Chad plays the guitar and sings songs around the campfire. As far as I am concerned, the real flavor of the Moondance Jam is when this happens. People sit around their campfires, neighboring campers come together and make a big circle, and we listen to and sort of have our own small music session with our friends. This is the second jam in which Chad has blessed me with his gift of guitar playing and singing. He started playing, and I just had this sense of peace come over me. The second song he sang was about God forgiving you. I love that song. The main chorus of the song goes like this. You forgive me and I'll forgive you. We'll forgive each other till the cows turn blue, and we'll go a fishing in the heavens. Something like that. He sings it with this country twang too, and it's pretty cool, pretty neat. When he sang this song as his second song, so it's kind of funny that his second song was a godly type of a song, upon which I had no idea of which songs he would sing and in which order. As he sang this one, oh, excuse me. As he sang this one, I just felt lifted. I jumped up out of my chair and said very loudly, Praise God. We all laughed with joy as everyone in my circle knew of the amazing signs of two that I have been recording in my journal. Chad, however, had no idea, but everybody else did. So they were all like, the second song had to be about God. I mean, it was just like everybody knew, so they were all kind of going, wow. They're all kind of following along too. While Chad was playing, we saw another light show. Yes, a second Northern Light show. And my uncle said, nah, ain't gonna happen. I'm like, second light show. This one was bigger and more magnificent and stretched across the entire sky and was almost right over the top of us. Chad kept playing, and we asked him if he knew of a song that had a 2 in it. He sat and he thought for quite a few minutes, and nothing was coming to him. So he just said, well, I don't know why I am going to play this song right now, but if I do know of a song that has a 2 in it, this one surely does. He began to strum his guitar, and out of his mouth came the song, Signs, signs everywhere, signs. The song does not have a single 2 in it. LOL. It was truly a sign, praise God. Today there was a double rainbow and two Northern Light shows. And that um, was the first day. Actually, it was the second day of the jam, but the first full day that I was actually writing and recording things. Um, Now, real simple stuff, nothing major. But I guarantee you, the second day, things start going like, wow. God starts speaking to me. Oh, you just wait. Okay, this is not even over. This is just getting going. This is just fun. This is just, it's literally like these twos are coming at me, and I'm just kind of just enjoying the show. I'm having a great time, but I'm telling everybody about God. I'm telling everybody I'm a believer now. I'm telling everybody God is real. These signs are happening. This is amazing. I'm writing this down because God's blowing my mind. Okay, and I'm telling everybody. Here's the kicker. These are all people that I used to just party with. I mean, we used to drink and get drunk, and I used to party with these people. Okay, I'm not partying anymore with these people. Okay, I'm being straight. Okay, and so they're all kind of looking at me like, okay, something is different because he's not getting all drunk and stuff anymore. Okay, um, so this is kind of interesting, I'm a brand new Christian, and I'm like, I mean, this was my time to party and let loose. And I'm not partying, but I'm still there having this great old good time. And I'm telling everybody about God. And that's exactly what I said. God, give me a sign, and I'll tell them all. Okay? So I'm telling them all. And these signs, they just keep coming and coming and coming and coming. But it gets really good. It gets really good. So this is going to be the end of part 4. And I hope you're just having fun checking this out. Listen to me tell the story. And there's a lot more to talk about. Lots more to talk about. I have no idea how many parts this is going to be, but it's going to be pretty fun, going to be pretty amazing. So I'm just, like I say, I'm trying to read this off in about rough half-hour chunks. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more, but I'm trying to keep it to half-hour chunks, and we'll just kind of see how this goes. So again, thanks for watching. I hope you're having a little fun. It's going to start even getting better, folks. Things are going to start even get better. Oh, wait, just wait. You're going to be like, really? Oh, I just think about it. I still get giddy when I think about it. So, all right, you take care. God bless. I hope you come and join me and check out chapter 5. All right, part 5. Uh, look for it. All right, God bless.